I know it doesn't look like it right now, but I'm really depressed recording this video. Um, as you can tell by the title, this is about how, I don't know, 40 minutes ago, I lost over $1,000 playing Assassins in my high school. So just for those of you who don't know what Assassins is, you and a partner enter this game. You pay 20 bucks and you enter this game. That's how they get a pool of $1,000. And then there's a bunch of other teams of seniors in high school, in my high school. And it's run by 3 students, and they organize this where at random, at the beginning of the week, you are assigned another team to assassinate. By assassinate, it just means squirt them with water guns. And then another team is assigned you to assassinate. Now, there are a whole bunch of rules with this. I'm actually going to pull them up on my phone. Look at the size of this list. It is insane the number of rules that there are for this game. You can't block people into driveways. You can't, open car doors. You can't break into people's houses. You have to shoot their whole body. There's a lot going on here. So what happened was me and my friend Steven, I'm not going to say any, full names or anything, were assigned to get 2 people, Maya and Christian. Now, if you follow me on Facebook, what you would have seen is about 3 days ago, over the weekend, before we were assigned to our teams, I posted a giveaway for a bunch of iPhone cases. They're sitting over there. Now, one of these cases I gave out on Facebook, and the others I gave out on YouTube. And the case I gave away on Facebook, Maya, one of the people that I was later assigned to assassinate, happened to be one of the people that entered the giveaway. So as soon as I got my assassination targets and I saw Maya was on this list, I was like, light bulb, I have to get her first. And I was thinking, okay, I'll bring the case to her house. I'll tell her, okay, I'm outside your house. You can come down and get it. She'll come down and get it. She'll have no clue. And then Steven will be standing on the side of the door and he'll shoot. So we had this whole thing planned out. He was going to stand on the side, shoot. I was going to walk up to the door. Perfect. Everything was going to plan. I get to Maya's house. We start executing the plan. She doesn't fall for it. She stays upstairs. We did a few laps just to make sure the area was clear. But she stayed upstairs with her water gun in her hand in her room. And I was just thinking she's taking this very seriously. So I was like, you know what? I'll leave the case. We'll get out of here. I'll deal with this later. So I walked back to my car. Steven is still hiding at the side of the house now. I walked back to my car after she was in her window, all suspicious. And then out of the blue, I saw this Volvo come down the street. I'm just shocked because they zipped really fast, being 60 miles per hour and then slamming on the brakes and you hear the tires screeching. And then it's in the movies, when somebody comes kidnap you. That's what this was. And I was like, oh shit, this is a team coming after me. I didn't know who was after me. And then out pops Josh and Josh, the 2 kids that had me assigned as their target. I didn't know this at the time. They just jump out, water guns start spraying me. I dive into the car. I get in before they shot me. So now I'm in the car and they haven't shot me. And little did I know, I left this window open when I parked. So they got out. I thought I was safe inside. I didn't realize this stupid window was open. And they shot me right through this window. So now these 2 people have shot me. They get their picture of proof that they shot me. And now they get back into their car. So then I'm hit. I yell, Steven, get out. He booked it. I don't no longer see him standing on the side of the house. If you can imagine this was the house, it's not. He was hiding right here, and I walked up to the porch. So I didn't think she saw him. Anyway, he booked it. He was no longer there. He's running through the backwoods trying to escape the 2 kids that are after him, Josh and Josh. There were 2 kids named Josh that hit me. They're also after him. He's running through the backyard hiding. They come after him, and then he runs into the woods, and then he's jumping a fence, and he hides behind an air conditioning unit, and he told me afterwards, Josh ran past him, and he was hiding right behind the air conditioning unit like this, kind of peering out, and he ran past, and he didn't see him. So then Steven keeps running through the woods, eventually sees another house, and gets on a street, and now he's on this little circular road that keeps going back and forth with a little exit like that, and another one here, and then there's 2 dead ends at either side of the road. Steven tells me he's hiding in the woods at one of these dead ends. He calls me. So I was trying to contact him before this, where are you, Steven, texting him, and then he calls me, he says he's at this dead end. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm gonna come over there, you're safe, right? And he's like, yes, I was not hit. So I'm thinking, perfect, because the rules of this game are, if you're out but your partner's not, you're still in the game. You can't participate. I can't shoot people anymore with the water guns. But Steven can still attack them, and if we can survive the week and make it through to the next round until it like gets all the way to the end, I can actually come back in. So I thought, great, we still have a chance in this game. So I go to this dead end to pick up Steven. I say, as soon as I pull up to the dead end, you sprint out of the woods. I was on the phone with him at the time. I'm like, okay, pull up to the dead end. He sprints out. I open the door, get in. He gets in the car. I go to another dead end, and I pull off, and I'm like, okay. So what happened was, Steven's out in the car. I'm like, okay, before there's too much communication, Christian is most likely trying to hunt his people. Now, I had this friend in school who happened to know who those people were, and I contacted him, made him a little deal about how to get those people, and I got the two people that Maya and Christian, the people I was after, who they were targeting. So I figured, perfect. Maya's in her house. I saw her. Christian might be out hunting these two people. So I was like, let's go over to one of their houses, 50-50 guess, and see if he's waiting outside or something for them to come home to shoot them. So I'm trying to punch in the address that I found before, and just at that moment, I hear a car honk. And I look through the window, and I'm on a dead end right now. Just remember that. I'm on a dead end, and right on the dead end, parked horizontally across the street, out there in front of me, Josh and Josh, the two people after Steven, who I now saved. Steven is safe, so we're still in this. They pull into the dead end, and they block off the road with their car. Right now, I'm trapped in my car. You can see them over there. As you just saw, Steven tried to get Maya. Apparently, Maya had some deal with Josh and Josh, the two Joshes over there. And so she told them that we were coming. So now I'm stuck here on a dead end with their target sitting in my passenger seat. They're trying to get him. They're swarming the car now with water guns, trying to pull on the door handles, shoot through the roof and stuff. Everything's closed, so we're good. We were trying to figure this out, like trying to figure out what to do. I'm messaging Paul, who's the coordinator of this whole thing, or one of the coordinators, and I'm like, look, they blocked us in. I call him on Facebook video chat, and I like show him. He's laughing. He thinks this is hilarious.
John! What's your plan? Dude, you blocked him in the dead end. What's your plan? We're not gonna leave.
I'm like dying in the car now because I'm like, I don't want to lose this. I have too much invested. I really want the $1,500 or whatever the prize was. I think it might have been $1,000. I don't know. I really wanted this. So I'm like dying in my car. He's laughing. I'm like, what do we do? They can't block us in because there was a rule. This was a rule that we established beforehand, and the rule was that people cannot block each other into their driveway. So my target cannot block me into my own driveway. Contacted Paul, told him, hey, they can't block us in. And then you know what he told me? He came because he lived right near where we were, because this is a local thing by my high school, so we all live near each other. He came and then he yelled through the window, they're allowed to do this. This is legal, they can block you in. You are stuck here, you have to outweight them. And then he just started laughing, and then he left. He's thinking this is all funny, and I'm just like pissed now. Because now I'm thinking, okay, now I have to wait in this car. I'm like, Steven, what should we do? And Steven just looks at me, he's like, I want to book it. He wanted to get out of the car and run back into the woods that he had previously escaped from them in. I'm like, Steven, this is not a good idea. They're right there in front of us. They were literally in front of my car. And they can easily chase after you. So I'm like, Steven, just stay in the car, we'll outweight them. And he's like, no, 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 I gotta get out. And I'm like, Steven, no, and I keep telling him no. He keeps insisting. All the meanwhile, I'm trying to communicate with Paul and see if I can get him to change rules or something, because I don't want to be sitting here for like 6 hours until like 10 p.m. because these two kids, they told me they don't have any homework. So I'm thinking like, okay, what do I do? And then as I'm like yelling through the window at Paul, all of a sudden I hear my door open, and Steven bolts out. Oh my god. Steven! And towards the woods. I'm like, Steven, what are you doing? And he's just bolting. I don't have any of this on film. I wish I did. And he's bolting. And sure enough, water guns can shoot a lot farther than I thought. He makes it up to this little hill kind of far away, and as he's going up the hill, he's running slower because it's up a hill, and they shoot up the hill with the water guns, and they hit him. And Paul, the coordinator, is there. He witnessed this. There's no way to get out of this. He was hit. He knew I was hit. And that called an end to it. So I'm really upset now because I was really invested in this. This was an insane round. I am now the first team out. I was like so determined to win. I thought I was going to win this. And now I'm the first team out of like 200 kids in the high school. So this is going to be fun to go back to school tomorrow after this. It's definitely going to be talked about a lot. But I just wanted to kind of come on here and share this story with you. I've never done anything like this on my channel, but this was just something too insane to like not share. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe if you're a high schooler and you play Assassins at your high school, because I know it is a global thing, this would help you in any way, maybe to not make the same stupid mistakes like I did, like leaving your window open or letting your partner jump out of the car to run away. Also, don't park on dead ends because you can get cornered. Anyway, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give it a like to kind of help my self-esteem. Anyway, that's been it. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out.